I'm finally breaking the silence. My experience with in the MMD community, publication note, although I initially chose to keep this matter private, I have decided to share my experience publicly. The aim is not to cause harm or pass judgment, but to state the facts and clarify my feelings. Introduction. For a long time, I remained silent for personal reasons. Today, I want to share my experience clearly and honestly, to tell the facts as they happened and explain how I felt, without seeking revenge or fueling rumors. Background. I worked with for a while, exchanging and sharing MMD resources. Our original characters were in a romantic relationship which made our collaboration both creative and personal. Initially, this meeting was very positive and stimulating, but certain situations began to cause problems. One concerned a specific MMD motion, the other a ban list published on DeviantArt in January 2023. I would like to clarify that was never the source of the drama. When I heard about this ban list in 2023, I contacted the person responsible for an explanation, but I was subsequently blocked. I then posted about the situation on my Facebook account. 𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗲.
Yay. I'm on the first ban list on DA. The reason? I don't know. But in any case, I guess the person lost their temper. Just goes to show. When I tell you that the MMD community is stupid.
All responded, not to create conflict, but to seek explanations and clarify the situation without causing a stir. The problem. On July 5th, 2023, I sent her a private message asking for the motion, "You can't suck it," which she sent me without specifying that it was paid for. This situation quickly led to misunderstandings within the MMD community. When contacted me to ask for an explanation about the redistribution of her motion, I turned to via Messenger to explain the situation and avoid involving her. I wrote to her that I didn't want her to get into trouble because of me.
Text translated into English. Hello. I apologize for writing this in Spanish, but I am in a hurry and am unable to translate at the moment. I hope you understand. I honestly don't know what to say. Person just wrote to me on Instagram, but I told them that I didn't know how you obtained it since I first asked the person who made the motion if I can redistribute it to someone I trust. I can't think of anything else to say.
Replied that she didn't know what to say, and that she had been contacted by a on Instagram. She explained that she didn't know how I obtained the motion, and that she usually asked permission before redistributing a P2U animation to someone she trusted. She also suggested inventing an alternative version of events to protect herself, which shows she was trying to avoid responsibility. For my part, I took the responsibility of responding to myself, honestly and transparently. 𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗏.
Hello. I am following up on the comment left on my publication concerning the P2U motion. At no time did I see that the motion was forbidden for redistribution. If it was, I would have warned the person and not used it.
Knew that the motion was paid, but chose not to reveal it. She even offered to invent a version of events to divert attention. According to her, I could say that I had found the motion on another site, and that I intended to purchase the paid version later. She even offered to lend me points to make the story credible. At the same time, she tried to keep me in the relationship by sending me ambiguous messages, a mixture of justifications and personal confidences.
It really hurts me that things have happened this way. For my part, it will hurt me as you have no idea if our friendship comes to an end, but I am not going to pressure you.
These messages show a contradiction. On the one hand, she encouraged me to invent excuses to distort the truth. On the other, she presented herself as loyal and hurt by the situation.
I am going to contact her privately, and I am going to take responsibility for this problem. But here we come, you and me. It is a decision that will hurt me for a long time. But even if it does, the fact that all this has happened has made me rethink many things. I'm not going to block you, or smear you, or anything like that. But we will go back to being the unknown people we used to be. There will no longer be an us against the world. Do not worry, your models as you requested will be deleted, as well as the ones you have shared and gifted me, and I will not touch the subject of our friendship break with anyone. You are free to remove my character from the series, and free to end the ship. It was good while it lasted.
This message seems intended to be responsible and peaceful, but it comes after the damage has already been done. It comes across as a promise more formal than intentional, as if she needed to formulate a socially acceptable response rather than take full responsibility. Following her long, dramatic message, in which she expressed a desire to cut ties while emphasizing the pain and our past relationship, I chose a simple, straightforward response.
Peroxygen. Okay, I'm sorry we have to go through this, but it's for the best anyway. I hope you've taken the necessary steps to talk to him about it. For my part, it's the same after this breakup. I'm not going to talk about it in public, nor dirty you up, nor block you. As I said, what's private stays private.
Analysis, where she sought to dramatize and create an emotional effect, my response aims to close the issue, set boundaries, and remind everyone that private matters remain private. In comparison, the difference in tone and intention is clear. Consequences. On myself. I faced a great deal of stress and emotional pressure. My long-term silence reflects the difficulty of discussing this situation without being misunderstood. It also affected my mental health, forcing me to take a step back. On the community. This case created misunderstandings, conflicts, and unnecessary tensions. Some interpreted the situation in their own way, sometimes making judgments without knowing all the facts. On my reputation. I was unfairly judged or added to ban lists simply for being implicated in it despite myself. It was frustrating, but I remained committed to sharing the facts honestly and transparently. Personal feelings. This story is not motivated by revenge or a desire to defame anyone. I hesitated for a long time to speak about it publicly, to give myself time to reflect and structure my version of events. My relationship with both creatively and personally with our original characters was a wonderful encounter, but unfortunately, it ended badly. I wouldn't say it was toxic, but it disappointed me immensely. For this reason, I preferred to cut off all contact. Regarding ban lists and criticism, some people may react negatively to what I share here. That doesn't bother me. For my part, despite past problems, I will not add her to my ban list. For me, it's not a matter of retaliation, but of principle and personal disappointment. I feel neither anger nor particular compassion, simply disappointment. This experience allowed me to clarify my boundaries and protect my serenity rather than sinking into unnecessary conflicts. Conclusion. Today, I choose to finally break the silence and share my experience honestly and fully. My goal is not to create conflict or judge or anyone in the MMD community, but simply to share the facts and my feelings. This story has taught me the importance of setting boundaries, protecting my mental health, and clarifying misunderstandings before they escalate. I hope to turn the page with serenity, put the drama behind me, and continue moving forward with my creative and personal projects. I'll let everyone draw their own conclusions, but for me, this story closes this chapter. Our characters are no longer linked as before, and each follows their own path. For my part, Akira has continued to evolve, and his story now continues alongside Katya, an important character in my current lore. This is a new step, and this time there will be no turning back.